This is a video in a series where I've been talking about how I automated the Generous Company's sales pipeline. I've spoken about how we have supercharged our lead generation by scraping a whole load of information from LinkedIn. I've talked about how you can produce a sales script and how you can have a call that's more efficient by having the sales script pre-prepared for you. And now in this video, I'm going to talk about the final and I would say probably the more interesting and the most valuable part of this pipeline, which is firstly recording the transcript of the call, feeding that with all the other information that we've collected along this journey into a bot that then digests that for us and formats it into a project proposal that's about 80 to 90% there. So it really minimizes the time that we need to do to produce a project proposal, down from about 3 hours down to about half an hour. It's massively time saving for us. So this is what some of the outputs might look like. This is what I had generated when I was doing some testing for it. It's a project proposal that's formatted in the way we have it normally formatted. This is all can be done with a bit of sort of clever prompt engineering and building an assistant that's trained on the tone of voice and also the structure of your project proposals, alongside a whole load of supplementary information. And you can see it's by no means perfect. As I said, it's probably about 80% there to 90% there. We just got to go through insert date. You want to check some of the way that it's worded and the way it's written and improve on the way it is, because sometimes ChatGPT, I'm sure a lot of you have found, sometimes says some ridiculous things and words it in ways that is fairly unnatural. But doing those little fixes is so much less like time intensive and also like mentally intensive than having to write it from scratch yourself. So this is kind of the output of what you'll be looking at from the Zapier flow, which I'll quickly show you now. And this is what the Zapier flow looks like after a new record is added. So this is a record in an Airtable that has the transcription of the meeting. I'm not going to show you that because, as again, sensitive client information in there. It goes to our ChatGPT assistant. I'm not going to show you that prompt, but if you want to know how I did that and how you might be able to make a prompt like this and train an assistant on your tone of voice and on the project proposal stuff, book a call with me. I'm more than happy to talk you through it. Then we update the Airtable record with that information and the output from ChatGPT. And then we create this Notion page, which I just showed you, and I'll show you again. This is the project proposal, so ready to be shared. And then we go over and finally send a message into that Slack channel that I spoke about before, saying like, hey, here is the project proposal. Click here to go find it. Now, I haven't spoken about the reason why I use a Slack channel, but the key reason why I do it is to minimize context switching. It's very inefficient for people to be jumping around from different tools and to different areas, from Airtable to Slack to this to that, maybe even to Zapier. It increases your chances of being distracted and you being unproductive in the work you're doing. So what I've done is I've allowed you, as the operator of the sales process, to interact with it via Slack and see all the updates via Slack. So completely minimizing all kinds of context switching and things like that. It means you can see it from a high level view on just the information you need on Slack. We use TLDV to do our transcriptions, and we simply just copy and paste it from TLDV into the Airtable. There's definitely better ways to do that. There's definitely better recorders than TLDV. This is just the way we do it. Definitely up for optimization that and fitting around the protocols and recorders that you're already using. Super valuable, this step. Would highly recommend you do something like this.